X, JeReMY X HaLpeRN.
X.
You can't leave out the X.
X.
JeReMY X HaLpeRN.
JeReMY X HaLpeRN.
Forget the HaLpeRN. Just JeReMY
X HaLpeRN.
Forget the JeReMY. Just X. Just go the X.
See, there's the X. There
X
you
marks
go.
the spot.
All right. See, I told you.
Out, damn spot.
Yes, we knew X was coming today.
So we got X in the building.
We got X.
X. Mr. Y couldn't make it though. I don't know why.
Maybe he was with you.
That's why.
He was with me.
Maybe he was out catching some Z's.
No, Mr. Y is in Malibu today meeting with Mark Burnett.
Mr. Y was catching the
Or as
D.
they say in Bensonhurst. Name.
Okay.
Hi. Mr. Wise.
How to go F.
No, you can just F the S right out of me.
All right, here he is.
Here he is.
Mr. X.
Mr. X.
HaLpeRN.
Yes. I wrote a song for you.
Let's hear it.
Okay. Goes something a little like this. That's very loud. Okay, never mind. Yes. It's a very simple song, you know. Okay. Yes, if we can close the door. I can hear them out on the street. It's wonderful. Here we go. I wrote this song for you, ReW. Oh yes, it's true. I wrote this song for you, ReW. But who are you? It's exciting, the drums come in. You know you're not an igloo or something in the zoo. You're similar to tofu and Mountain Dew.
Woo! Mountain Dew!
Diet Mountain Dew. That's my favorite.
You like Mountain Dew? That's funny. I thought I would be insulting you by comparing you to Mountain Dew. Some people don't like Mountain Dew.
Best drink ever!
Okay, here's the big solo.
And I love tofu.
It's like very 70s, right? Like ELO or something? Yeah. Oh, what a lucky girl she was. Okay, we'll finish off here. I might come to your rescue if you want me to, but I'll never be your gumshoe. I thought you knew. You're pretty as a statue, my darling ReW. I'm crazy about your hairdo. What is your shampoo? Now it's time for me to leave you. It must be my curfew. So I will say politely adieu, because my song is through. Okay.
If you only knew how many things in there.
Sorry. No, not you. I'm telling the machine.
I do. It's The Sound of Music, which I freaking love.
Is that from that?
I do. Yes, they say that.
Oh, because when I say adieu, I'm thinking literally. You know, the literal translation of adieu is to God.
Ah.
Adieu. Dieu is God.
Adieu. They sing that in like
adieu.
Farewell. One of the boys says it.
Right.
Diet Mountain Dew is like my secret freaking. I haven't had one in a long time.
It could kill you.
I want them to sponsor me. Diet Mountain Dew.
I wouldn't go with the diet stuff. It's deathly.
Yeah, but I mean, we're all gonna die. I know.
I can do that song for you. That's one of the songs that I do. We're all gonna die.
Yeah.
But the truth is that that's
and I
wrong.
love tofu.
Actually, we're not all going to die.
We're gonna live forever?
Well, not all of us, but some of the people who are alive today will not die.
How is that true?
Well, here's how it works. Medical science...
And wait, one other thing, I'm just sorry, I don't want to interrupt, but I always have bad hair days, and for someone to compliment my hair, I am so grateful. But I have to say say, I don't think you need shampoo.
No, I comb my hair with a sponge.
Yeah, so, what
But I use the shampoo for my body hair.
Nice, that's nice. What kind do you use?
I use, Dr. Bronner's.
Oh, okay.
Peppermint sometimes, like if I need a thrill, but almond if I'm, needing to get down.
God, those are two good things, almond and peppermint. I love it.
And Dr. Bronner's, just read the label. And have you seen the movie Dr. Bronner's Magic Soap Box? It's wonderful.
Really?
It's a wonderful life.
Is it like
it's a documentary about his son who carried on the tradition of Dr. Bronner and attempted to, resurrect the brand and did quite well with it. It's really a remarkable brand, and Dr. Bronner himself was totally insane, but in a good way.
Right.
That he really loved, and he just loved a little too much. He didn't have good business sense, but his son did. So his son is bringing the...
so we need his
It's
son.
kind of like the McMahons with the
That's what
insulin
we
business.
need. We need his
it's
son.
good. Everyone should have a son
Like him.
Yeah, because if I'm a crazy visionary too, so I need someone with business sense.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to have a son. I'm going to have a machine instead.
All right, so you were saying you were saying about people aren't going to die.
Oh, they don't die. Yes, right. Well, yes. So the reason they don't die is that in 30 years or so, nanotechnology has developed to the point where the general life expectancy is about 150. Right?
Really?
So imagine in 30, so let's say everyone who's 20 today is 50 in 30 years, but they're going to live
Another 100 years.
Right, they'll get 100 years. Okay. So now when they get to be 150.
So like my daughter who's turning 20.
Right. So when she turns 50, she'll find out that she's able to live to 100, but not 150 like
right,
healthy. Like frozen at 50.
Oh, wait
for the
a
next
minute.
Not frozen, I mean not getting older.
Okay.
Like 50, good 50 healthy.
Like not like Walt Disney.
No, not Walt Disney frozen. I mean good frozen, like you no more aging, you're 50, and that's as old as you'll get. And then you get to be 100 and you still feel like 50, you still look like 50. But then she's 150, okay, that's, now we're 130 years in the future, right, because she's 20.
Right.
So when she's 150, she doesn't die because that's so far in the future that
they know how to make it longer.
No, not longer. Now, after the nanotechnology...
Now, wait a minute. Who's to say that life is better than where we go next?
Oh, it is. Where we go next is much better, but you want to finish your life first before you go there.
But how come, I always thought age and death have nothing to do with each other.
They do not have anything
Only
to do
the
with
older
each other.
you get, your odds increase that it's going to happen.
Well, that's the way it works now, but
Right.
later it won't work that way.
So say if you're in a car crash.
Car crash is a different issue. Yes, that's totally different. If
Can
your
they
body is
bring-
destroyed...
Oh,
well,
right.
okay, so you let me finish.
All right.
You interrupted me again.
I'm so curious, though.
Well, if you interrupt me, you'll never find out the future.
Wait.
Can I talk? You sure? No, go ahead. So she's 150, right? But she doesn't die at 150 like she thought she would, because by the time she's 150, things have changed totally.
Gotcha.
So she's 50, nanotechnology is in. But 20 years after that, we stopped using nanotechnology because we stopped having bodies, right? We move our souls into robot-type bodies, but they're not robots. They're biological things that we create in the laboratory. So you get like your perfect body, and you move your mind into that. Kind of like Frankenstein, but in a good way. And then, that body lasts for like 500 years. And then, by that point, we've stopped using bodies entirely, and we upload our minds into something sort of like the internet, but much better.
Do you really believe this?
Oh, I remember it like it was yesterday.
Wow, so how old are you?
999.
Wow.
Do you have a June birthday?
No, February 16th.
Oh, wow, I was going to say my brother was the 15th, and I knew it had to be close.
Yes, Aquarians, we stand way up.
Wow.
That's the day after our anniversary.
Oh,
Wait,
congratulations.
what's your anniversary?
February 15th.
15th, that's my brother's birthday, who I say produces
It's
this
a
show.
great time of year to do
That's his birthday.
That's the day we met
It's a-
here.
It's the day we met here.
Oh my.
See, it's a fateful time.
Doesn't that
and
make
that's the day after
sense?
Valentine's Day,
My
very
brother's-
romantic.
Well, it's the eve of Valentine's Day is the eve of his birthday.
So that's the point. So my birthday is always 2 days after Valentine's Day, so it's wonderful. It means that like I'm already doing something special with my girlfriend for my birthday.
What'd you do this year for Valentine's
Well, we
Day?
went to Disney.
You did?
So we were in Disney, where I always go and take a lot of drugs. And then what we did is, she thought we were there for my birthday, but since we were there for Valentine's Day, I had arranged while we were at the park, they filled the room with flowers.
Wow.
So we came back from a day at the
God,
park. Oh, sorry. We came back from a day at the park, and the room was filled with flowers, and they had left a path of petals to So the bed, they'd done a heart of flower petals on
Who did it? Like the little,
Disney.
the dwarfs do it or something? Like,
the bed. Well, not the dwarfs exactly, it's the fairies, but you know, it's the same principle, yeah.
wow, you really did that?
I do it all.
So when you do a lot of drugs in Disney and you go on the monorail, isn't that a trip?
The monorail's just the beginning. The haunted mansions where you really want to
Yes.
do drugs, man.
That's where you want to do it.
That's right. Because
Do you know
they-
that today is the day in history that MGM, Disney MGM opened? It's the end. Did you go there?
Well, of course, but now
Tower of Terror?
now it's no longer Disney MGM.
It's
They
not?
kicked out MGM. They just call it Hollywood Studios.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they didn't want to be stuck with the MGM properties because Disney has their own studio now. They don't need MGM.
Right.
Back then, Disney wasn't a big film studio. So now Disney owns ABC. They got all those properties.
Right.
So they kicked out MGM. They just call it Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Wow.
But they still have Tower of Terror. But they bought the Muppets, of course.
They bought the Muppets, they bought Marvel.
Star Wars.
They updated Star Wars and they bought Marvel.
Yeah, right. And there's
Wow.
but yeah, I mean, Disney is for me is not about the rides. Disney for me is about the environment. I can go.
I could live there.
I do live there. I live in the haunted
It's
mansion.
hilarious.
So you know, there's a place to live in the park called the Dream Suite. It's above in California.
Above the
it's
castle,
above
right?
Pirates of the Caribbean in California. Built for Walt himself, but posthumously. He designed it, but he was dead before they built it.
No, he's frozen.
No, he's
No,
not.
he's-
He's buried.
I thought Walt Disney was frozen.
No,
They
Walt-
gave up.
No, they did not
No, he's
freeze
buried in
Walt.
his family
Walt was
plot.
buried
I
in the
learned it in
family
mortuary
plot,
school.
right,
Really?
right in the family. Walt was not as strange as people think. Walt was just a nice country boy who had good ideas.
Was his son frozen? I think
No
one of them
was
is
That's an urban
frozen,
legend.
no one
It's
was
an also you didn't hear that it is
I
legend.
learned it in mortuary
Walt
school.
Disney
He's
also
buried
was
in the
not
family plot.
anti-Semitic.
He's buried.
Walt Disney was not a
He didn't like
fascist.
those.
Walt Disney was not a mean person.
Did he do
Walt
drugs?
Walt Disney did not do drugs.
He loved children.
Walt Disney did love children in a good way, in a very good way.
He
and
smoked, but never in front of
He
children.
smoked cigarettes,
but
but never in front of children.
Where did
He
you
was-
learn all this?
It's a common knowledge. I mean, Walt Disney was a very
Wikipedia?
public guy.
On the web, you can find
Yeah,
it.
no, and a lot of people are into Walt, so if you want to
I
know about
know.
Walt, there's like pages and books. But the thing is, people think of Walt as like some like Howard Hughes type, but he was nothing like that. He was very personable, he hung out with all, he was very social. So before the Dream Suite, he used to hang out with people above the firehouse on Main Street, USA. And the whole idea of the Dream Suite was to build just a bigger place to have parties. He was a
Wow.
very sociable, sweet guy.
Nice.
Dick Van Dyke, you know, he'd hang out with Dick Van Dyke. How evil could you be to hang out with Dick Van Dyke?
Well, that's why he was in all the movies like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Mary
Well,
Poppins.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang was not a Disney film.
Oh, Mary Poppins was.
Mary Poppins was a Disney film, and they got Dick, the studio, got Dick to do Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, but Walt was not pleased about that. Because Chitty Chitty Bang Bang was essentially a rip-off of Mary Poppins. Now, I happen to love Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, but Walt was very upset, very angry.
Aww. Well, let's get into you.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you do the
I thought I was here to
weirdos,
talk
right?
about. I do. I
Tell
am the
me
head
about
weirdo.
the weirdos.
I am the head weirdo. Well, the weirdos are my army. I have collected them all together, and if anyone out there is a weirdo or doesn't realize that they're not normal, you are all weirdos, and you should join the army. And the idea of the Weirdos Army is to stamp out normality in our lifetime.
Woo!
Yeah, it's very simple.
I think you got a weirdo
Oh,
right
there's plenty
here.
of converts. I mean, here in New York City, you know, this is what you were talking before about, like, it's nicer outside of New York City. I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, I love New
here,
York.
Right, here in New York, the weirdos can reign free. We can do whatever we want. It's no problem. You walk off of the island of Manhattan, even as you enter Brooklyn.
Yeah, it's overseas.
no,
I think you missed the point. That's not what we
No,
were saying.
The point is, they're not nicer away from the city. They're desperate for entertainment.
Yeah, they're nice to us. Is
No,
what
no,
we
they're
were
not nice.
saying.
They're desperate.
No,
That
they're
means
not.
they want a piece of you. They're not nice to you. They're not like, oh, we like you. No, they're like, give us your soul now. We have nothing in our town, please.
Fuck Manhattan.
Right, no, Manhattan's awesome.
Fuck Manhattan.
I do. I fuck Manhattan every day, sir.
Fuck Manhattan.
I do. Would you like to fuck Manhattan with me right now?
Fuck Manhattan.
Please come up here, sir. I'm going to fuck Manhattan with you.
No.
You cannot put down New York City in my
You
presence,
can't put
sir.
down Brooklyn in my presence.
Brooklyn is fine, but New York City is a separate city, sir.
Yeah.
Brooklyn was not part of the city until very recently, sir. Manhattan is the center of the universe, and Brooklyn is a nice little town that we go to when we want to go out of the town that we live in.
I don't know the we you speak of.
The we is us in show business, sir. Show business, the business we call show.
Well, come to Brooklyn.
I do, sir. I do when I'm desperate for
Come
money.
more real Brooklyn. not
Oh, I
bullshit.
lived in Brooklyn for 10 years, sir, and I did a lot of work there.
What yuppie fucking Brooklyn did you
No,
live
I didn't live in yuppie fucking Brooklyn, sir. Who is this asshole?
Oh, yeah.
Get up.
in?
No. This
This is my appearance. Would you like to come up here?
Yeah, let's
You were engaging me, bro.
You started talking to me, so you heckled me. You heckled me, sir.
Yeah.
Do I come down to your job and slap the dick out of your mouth?
No,
Ain't no dick in my mouth.
Yeah, your job, that's where you suck dick.
Stop.
Well, tell him to stop
Yeah,
fucking with my
please
appearance.
stop, please.
The appearance is
so
over, thank
sorry. Oh, Jeremy, I loved your song.
Yeah, me too.
I'm so sorry. All right. Please, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, have him. He's obviously the kind of person you want on stage.
No.
tell him about Brooklyn,
We're
sir.
gonna say goodbye now.
Yeah, you don't want to be on my Mark Burnett
No.
TV show
Oh,
or my
God.
Times Square
We
Broadway
will be
show.
back.
Yes, I'm sure you want to be with him.